I don't know if it's because of the college football season that's currently going on, but I've been thinking a lot about rivalries and competition lately. Um, this coming weekend, we've got the University of Michigan State football game. That's the big one, the big crosstown rivals. And, to a certain extent, that rivalry can be fun. I mean, we can tease each other, we can have a good time with it. It can go too far, though. We can get to the point where we're doing bad things in the name of that rivalry, where we're, vandalism, destruction, violence. That's a bad way to go. The problem is that often people will take that sort of competitive, dark rivalry to their business and to their networking, and that can present a problem. I was at a it was a networking event at the Ann Arbor Chamber. This was many years ago, and it was a an event for new members, and there were probably 20 people in the room, and the whole idea was that everybody would get a chance to stand up. They would say a little bit about themselves, and it was really just sort of a meet and greet and introduce yourself and hear a little bit more about what the chamber had to offer. And I remember we were all having a pretty good time. Each person would get up, they'd say a little something, and sometimes it was funny, and we were all kind of joking and laughing. And then it got to this one woman, and I actually knew her. I'd met her before, and I think I'd recommended that she come to the chamber. And I remember she stood up and she said, "Well, my name is Sally Smith. The names have been changed to protect the guilty. Uh, and wow, I'm seeing a lot of my competition here." And just like that jovial atmosphere in the room just got cold. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like almost suddenly everybody realized, oh, this person does not want to play along. She's not part of the fun. She's a competitor. And see, the problem is with that mindset, if you look at the people who happen to do the same thing as you as competitors, as your enemy, you lose out on so much opportunity. I'm a member of the National Speakers Association. Every single person in that group is technically a competitor to me. I have a friend, her name is Mimi. She's also a member of this group. And she and I will often be going out for bids on the same engagements. Here's the funny thing, though. We happen to be going out for bids on those same engagements because she gave me those contacts. She recognizes that we can help each other. We can build each other up. I give her opportunities too. It's not a matter of we have to compete. We're not going tooth and nail after each other. It's about how we can succeed together. Now, sure, we have to be careful. We can't be doing any price setting, none of that antitrust stuff. But, you know, it's more than just about the bottom line. When I'm working with my friends from NSA, they can help me become a better speaker. They can give me advice on resources that I need to be successful in my business. They have pointed out opportunities for me where I was able to convert that into a bottom line result. But it's all because we work together as colleagues, not competitors. I just recently spoke actually at a group called the Cookware Manufacturers Association. Ironically, the person who runs that and who brought me in, she is also a member of the National Speakers Association, is also a fellow speaker. So, hey, look at that right there. That was a bottom line result from networking with my competition. But she introduced me to one of the gentlemen there. His name is Gene Carlson. And he was telling me that to him, the most important thing in the world are the people at that event because they are his colleagues. And he told me one year, of course, there are people that also serve the same market and do the same thing, and so technically are their competitors. And he said, during the work year, when they're away from each other, yeah, they can get a little bit, there's a little bit of crosstown rivalry going on there. He said to the point that he noticed some of the younger employees were viewing that other company as the devil, as they were evil. They were crushing us, and we've got to do something to stop them. It was very, very. There's a lot of animosity there. So at the next annual conference, when all the different companies are coming together, he took one of his young proteges and walked with her over to one of the competitors. And he said, "Sally, this is Bob. This is Satan. I'd like you to get to know him." And he said it was funny because when she got a chance to talk with him, she discovered, guess what? He's just like her. He's working in a business, and yes, they want to be successful, but they had a lot of information that they could share and make each of their lives better. And I want to thank Gene for what a great story that really exemplifies that, yes, you can have competitors, but if you think of them as colleagues, you're more likely to get more done. Our colleagues can help us have more influence in our industry. They can give us best practices that they have found. They can attach us to resources that might help us overcome those obstacles that we are running into. Because believe it or not, we don't have all the answers. And quite often, the answers are at the tables where the other companies are sitting. So take a time out from your whole competitor mindset. Let that go. Look around you and see all the opportunity you have to talk with the people who actually understand your world and can help you be successful in whatever you're trying to do. Hey, I'd love to continue staying connected with you, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to chatting with you again in the future. In the meantime, go out and make some great connections.